It's the Positivity Show. Positivity. Positivity Show with James Lott Jr. JLJ this morning live. It is, what day is it? It is April 7th, 2020. 2022, I mean, 2020, 2022. Get all these twos out. Hello, everybody. Opening up the chat room. So if you guys want to come in, sure, come in. Don't come in. Whatever you want to do. The Positivity Show. We'll see who comes on. It's 10:08 in the morning here in Los Angeles. I don't know what this is. Someone's trying to make me believe that some of these things are so fake. It's like, I did not, that is, okay. I don't know what that is. I think that's fake. I don't know what that is, but I'll put a thing to it. Look at my emails, and there's this one email keeps coming through, and I'm like, I did not order this thing. I think it's a fake. I'm looking at the email address. It's so weird. So I don't know. I'm just like, you guys are crazy. Oh, yeah. So I just did a show this morning, and it was great. I loved it. With a friend of mine I've talked to in a long time. I love doing shows that are just about all kinds of things. I am getting rid of my sorry, I'm answering a question. Yes, the Spanish version first. Okay, answering an email. Getting back over here. I'll answer those later. So yeah, so this is the Positivity Show. I have noticed, I had to laugh. When I first took over the show last year and decided to do it myself, it was very much, I started out doing this positivity. Everything about positiveness, and I keep forgetting to bring lotion over here. You guys, hold on a second. My hands are dry. I need some lotion. Choose hope. Need some lotion. I'm getting some lotion. I need lotion. And I got 10 million things of lotion everywhere. Why can't I find one for myself? I'm gonna go back. I'm coming, guys. Okay, I found one. So here's the lotion I like. This one is Beekman. We love them. Apricot and tea honey. We can't really see it on here, but it's cute. But my hands are always dry. I wash them a lot, and just because of the weather. So this is nice and light. Okay, good. So we'll keep this over here. Cheese and crackers. So I can have some lotion. But no, I noticed that I would do a lot of shows where I'm ranting or upset about something, and I noticed that they're getting lots of views. So on Twitter today, I posted, let's all have a good day today. And people are really enjoying that. And I'm trying to be a little positive today because there's so much negativity out there that's not, I mean, oh my God, it's not even funny. Whether it's all whatever, it is to the point of it's getting so tiring. So today, I'm going back to how this show first started when I took it over. And I'm doing a positive show. And also, as you're asking a question, it must be really hard. I'm an eternal optimist inside, but it is starting to break me down. I'm becoming this person who's doesn't have as much optimism as I used to. And I try to continue to have some. Also, I'm also trying to find a way to have positive moments in the middle of all the negativity. It can be very hard. I'm busy being an activist and speaking out on things. I'm also seeing how the world is, how people are treated. It's tough. It's really tough to try to be positive. I still feel like that's so important to be positive or to have funny, silly moments. My friend David A. Fields, who I just interviewed on the show, they'll be out soon. we were laughing and talking before the show to the point where we were crying. When we came on the show, he's like, everybody, we're crying because we're happy. It's all happy tears. Like we're laughing. And we were. He was making some jokes about some stuff and we were just laughing. I go, that's the point. I love being silly. I love having fun. I love talking stuff. It's just like, I just want something. I mean, we have to find ways to have that in the middle of all this craziness. I can still call out racism or sexism or colorism or homophobia or whatever. I can transphobe, I can do all that. But at the same time, we are meant to have lives here on Earth. Not saying we have to ignore what's going on, but you can't do it 24/7. You can, but it will drive you crazy. Some social justice work can drive you crazy. You do it 24/7. You have to have moments where you got to find the happy. My garden is where I find most of my happy. I love my garden. There are times I'll sit outside and just sit there talking to certain friends and family members make me happy. See my grandson Trenton dance on videos we send each other. It makes me happy. So you have to find stuff that it's not easy, kids. I mean, like, how do you find happy? I mean, how do you find it? It's not easy. I just got a video. Let's see something.
Thank you, Uncle James, for the chocolate maker. Yeah.
Oh, it's cute for my niece. It was cute. Get her birthday present. I was running late. I got sent. We can send all kind of stuff. Never mind. Daisy Flower 40. Hello. But yeah, the point is, I'm trying to, find the moments where, like, there's one point. I live by the water, and there was one point I went by the water and just relaxed. Like today. So I actually have. I could be in this house. It's really hot in LA today. Let's see how hot is it right now. Right now it's already, and it's 10 o'clock. It's already 85 degrees in Inglewood. Already. It's supposed to be 95 today. Oh my God, goodness gracious. This is the hottest day of the week because tomorrow's gonna be hot too. So I am inside my house that it's very cool. I have darkening curtains and stuff. So my house is actually cool. I don't have to worry about that, but it's hot outside. But part of me wants to be outside in it all. Yeah, she was cute. That's my niece Monica. She was like telling me, I got her breast. She was so cute. She's like 7. Today, hey, public holiday, today's Women's Day. Women's Day in Mozambique. That's positive. We love women. Yes. Happy Women's Day in Mozambique. That's such I just love that word, Mozambique. It's a great word. It's a great word. Hello, raise your hand. Thank you. Yes, we're thinking positivity. It's like, so today I could be home. I may go outside though. So it's 90 degrees outside. I got a tank top, some shorts. Maybe I'll go to the beach for a while. I don't have another job or gig until there are things I could be doing, but I don't have to really until 5:30. So I have a whole afternoon I could go do something. And I live in a part of, and his positivity, I live in a part of Los Angeles where I can go somewhere and it's nice and cool. And I can do that if I want to. I can go to the beach, I can watch the planes come in and take off. I can go somewhere and sit outside. I'm just on my porch. I probably need to go in my backyard and do some, because I watered half my yard yesterday. I should water the rest in the back. I probably should do it early. I probably have to do it tomorrow. Because it's better to water your grass and stuff in the morning when it's not hot, so it stays in, and then it doesn't just evaporate so easily. So there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's all boring. You guys don't care about that stuff. That's my other show. I'll talk about that. But I'm trying to find the happy, you guys, because I come on here and I rant, and my shows do so well. I was curious how well this show will do. It probably won't do as well because we were like, positivity show. Screw James. James is cussing and screwing at people. But I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna actually try to have a pleasant day talking about pleasant things. Well, I haven't looked yet, Tinder. I haven't looked yet. I've been busy with some other stuff. But I was going to think positive today. Just kind of, not, like I said, not put your head in the sand. You're not ignoring nothing, but you I actually have to find this book that was delivered to me. It's somewhere in my house. I got to find it so I can do this interview for somebody later. But no, I mean, I'm just like, I'm just trying to think positive because it's so easy to go negative. It's so easy. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy, so easy. It's so easy, so easy. Listen, Linda Ronstadt. Speaking of people I like, I love Linda Ronstadt. I love my singers from the 70s. But no, I'm just, you can't be negative every day. Now, I know there are folks who can't help it, have chemical imbalances or things to help them, find their way to some positivity. And I send all my love to you who are having to deal with that kind of stuff. I know it's not easy. But watching a lot of Maurice Bernard's State of Mind, and just the Kirsten Storms one, the Tyler Christopher one, I mean, just listening to people who have actual issues that have to deal with the mental state of their mind. It's not easy. We can't all just think, well, I'm lucky. And see, my thing is, I try to. My brother asked about this yesterday too. There are people who are seriously worse off than I am, and because we are in this house, and I know what it's like to be basically on the street. I know what it's like to have to couch surf, have to be kicked out of a place. I know it's like to lose everything. I was in a fire. I think it was like 13 years ago. It was like the memory came up, and it was like, and I wrote on there, I was in a fire, and I was like, that's right. I'll never forget that day for the rest of my life. And the good part is, I got alive. I saved our 2 cats. I saved a cat downstairs and 2 dogs. So it totally worked out. In the end, I lost a lot of stuff. And that's one of the things, it actually takes a ring of fan going into organizing, kind of, you learn that stuff is stuff. Yeah, you're hurt, you're devastated. I've been in a flood too, where I lost stuff too in a flood. And it's just, so twice in my life, I have learned, like, I have nothing from my childhood. I have very few things from my childhood, all gone. Yearbooks and pictures, I have very few things. They're gone. I don't have that. And I had to learn to get over it. I can't get them back, and that's life. And I got a few things because of my grandparents. They passed away, but then my grandmother passed away, and I couldn't get anything from her in New York. My brother had died. There's some stuff I didn't get from him. So I had to learn that sometimes stuff is just stuff. Yes, you're on this earth to collect things and bring things close to you. They're near and dear. But in the end, you can't take it with you. It's here for you while you're here. And that's it. And I think once you learn that, it's okay. And in a way, it's freeing because, and I work in a field part-time where I'm dealing with people who can't get rid of stuff. They can't, they just, it's hard for them. And they're holding on to it so tightly. It's like, isn't it strangling you, all this stuff? And in some ways it is. And so when I had a situation where I always think, wow, if they were in a fire, a flood, they probably would fall apart. They'd lose all this stuff. And so for me to lose stuff just where it's gone. There's just no, I had insurance and you get money, stuff like that. But like there were things that were very specific. Trophies, everything. It's gone. It's all gone. Oh my granny, my Grand Susie. Her birthday would have been this month. I would have been in New York. I would have been. I'm trying to stay positive today, so I'm gonna stay positive. It's a positivity show. So her birthday was April 26th. She's a Taurus like myself, so we're Tauruses. My grandson's 28th. So so I would always go to New York first, a little early, celebrate her birthday first, then go to Sacramento and celebrate my grandson's birthday. So I always found a way to do that. But we're all Tauruses, you know, like my folks. So I come to Brooklyn and come a little early. She loved going to Red Lobster out in Rockaway. You know, so we had to take this. It took forever to get out. Brooklyn is huge. I always forget how big Brooklyn is. They go way out to Rockaway to this mall, where they had a Red Lobster. So we go out there, the same one, and I got to treat her. That was her big thing, to treat her. She loved her some Red Lobster. Red Lobster is fine, but I eat there, it's fine. But I got her for her birthday. I always bought her stuff and everything. But I remember her 70th birthday, we all surprised her. So my mom and my stepdad, myself, my Aunt Faith, we all showed up separately. We were all from different areas. We were all from different parts of the world. We all just showed up at her house. She knew my mother. My mother was coming. She knew my mother and stepdad was staying with her. But the rest of us is, you know, we always kind of showed up. So Aunt Faith all of a sudden showed up at the doorstep, and then I was the last person. And I showed up at the doorstep, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She knew I was coming probably that month. But for her 70th, we all piled in a car together, went to Junior's Cheesecake in downtown Brooklyn, the original, not the other ones, like the one in Times Square in Manhattan. Went to the original. She had a waitress that was there for like 100 years. I don't know when she's passed by now. Went and had her as our waitress. We had the best time. We bought her a TV, a new TV. She loved television. Bought her a new TV. So yes. Yes, my money is like that. It's only here for brief thing. Thank you, Jeannie. I'm glad to be alive. Also, I woke up in the middle of a fire, so I'm glad to be alive. Your mom passed away in April 4 years ago. So then you know how and so that's recent. I think my grandmother now, because they died, all my people died in August. So I would say now I think it's 5 years for her and Scrabble, and 6 years for my brother. They all died the same weekend. But different, like a year apart. So I think it's to me it's still fresh. 4 or 5, 6 years still fresh. But anyway, saying the positivity part. I loved coming I love coming to New York in April, because in April you can eat anything. It could be. I remember once I came in April, it was still snowing. I remember I came in April and it was hot. I remember I came in April, it was nice. Usually spring was nice in New York. Usually it was a moderate weather, it was fine. I miss New York so much. I talk about it all the time, and I want to go back so bad at some point. To my mother's the other day, I really miss it. I used to go every year at some time. So I haven't been in 3 years. That's why I went with my grandmother. I missed her funeral, but I was there for some other stuff. But I miss it. I miss going. But this is what I'd be getting ready for a trip to go to New York. And have a good time. There were times I'd go to Pittsburgh first, and I had a house in Pittsburgh. I go to Pittsburgh, check on the house, and then go. Yes, yes, exactly. Your mom too, strawberry shortcake. There you go. I have never read. Oh yes, yeah. So I love it. I just think I love New York in springtime. I do. So it's like everything's come back to life, and I just miss New York. Period. I just miss it, and I hope to get back there at some point. I miss traveling, period. I've not gone nowhere, so I miss traveling. I miss Florida. I know it's sad. I know people say that, but there are parts of Florida I like. I miss Key West, miss the Caribbean. I have a cousin in Texas. I want to go see him. I want to see him. I miss everybody. I just miss I miss everyone, and I miss the travel. I miss getting out there, and it's just, oh my God, it's crazy. So we'll see. And we'll see what's going on. I don't know. It's who knows nowadays. I mean, right now travel is so expensive. All my friends have been checking flights, and they're just like, this is outrageous. I think it's because of the gas prices. Yay Florida. I know I did. So here's the thing. Here's about Florida. I just waxed on about New York, so now it's my time about Florida. So I have family in different parts of Florida. So I have family and friends in Tampa, Bradenton, and I would love to see them. Then I have family in Coral Gables on the eastern side. There, Coral Gables, Vero Beach, Cocoa Beach over there, and I love them. And then I love Miami. I love South Beach. I love Key West. I love the Keys. I always have the best time. I'm Caribbean, so I think because of that, it's the American Caribbean down there. It's so it's so just like I know it's free. I love the Art Deco of everything. I love my Port Tropical. I love just I love the blue water and the white sands. It's a little too humid for me sometimes, but I can handle that if I have to. My hair right now wouldn't be able to handle it. Woo, I'd put out the braid before I go down there. But it's just there's parts of Florida. I don't care for the politics and all that kind of stuff, but for the actual cities and things, St. Petersburg up north is nice too. I have friends there. I don't know. When you're in Florida, you know you're in Florida. Like you just know you are. Once you're there, you're in there. The last time I was near Florida, I was in Savannah, Georgia. That's I was right next. I didn't have to go. I literally went in for a job, and I had to go to Pittsburgh. But I love Savannah. Savannah was great too. Love Savannah. It's National Beer Day, and I'm getting a text about it. Oh, from 7-Eleven. Like, who tried to? I'm like, okay. Like so we're like, why? I don't drink beer. Sorry, National Beer Day. Not trying to be negative. I just don't drink beer. It's not one of my things. Not one of my beverages of choice. But it's I love Florida. I love travel. I miss Ohio of all things. I miss my family in Ohio. I miss going to Ohio and had my Bob Evans breakfast, my Perkins, my Skyline chili. I miss all that over there too. I miss traveling. I miss Kansas City, getting my burnt ends from Gates Barbecue or Jack Stack's Barbecue. And Kansas City is so flat. They have this outlet malls I like. I go to all the time. It's called, oh my God, it's called VP or something. I don't know what it's called. I love it. They have a place called Go Chicken Go. I want some more of their sauce. And all that's just food related, of course. There are even parts of Texas I miss. I have family, and I had fun in Houston. I have family outside of Dallas, like in Irving and McKinney. And I would love to see them have some Whataburger. I love it. And their spicy ketchup. I might order some more spicy ketchup. But I had fun there. I miss going to Pacific Northwest. I miss going to Canada. There are a lot of places I miss going. I'm like, now things are opening back up and people are feeling better. But it's so expensive. That is the problem. It is so expensive. I just can't. I'm not spending tons of money. And if you get a cheap flight, it's the hotels that are expensive. I'm like, I have family in Sacramento, and Sacramento was never, it's not a destination place. Well, it kind of is, I guess it's the capital. But the hotels there are outrageous. Like, where do they all go up? I said, are you trying to make money because they lost out during the pandemic? I don't know what it is, but also go to San Francisco and see my family, my friends. Last year I lost 4 friends, really good friends of mine who were around my age, a little younger. They all died suddenly. And they're all from San Francisco. And so I haven't been up to San Francisco since then, just to like see the friends I have left over. I have like this group of friends. There were like 10 of us. Now there's like 3 of us left, 4 of us left. So I want to see those that are left over. And well, thank kids. So I know we're talking about it. So you're talking about it. So I just got I read the Will Smith book. It was guaranteed by Flobo. He gave me this for Christmas. And I read it, and it was actually very, very good. So if you're going to read a book, this one's really good, kids. It gives you some insight into him. It really does. It does. And I did a show on this book. My girl Dana Ellis Hunnis, who has a show called book called Recipe for Survival. It's about what we can do to save the planet, and I like the way it feels. It feels good. I like the way it feels on my face. Great book. No, I read this for a show, and now I've been using it for stuff. So this is a good book too. So that's my recommendation. I just finished that one. I have a couple books I'm kind of reading. But right now I've been reading books for my shows. I have a show called In Between the Pages with James Lott Jr. And so I've been reading books for my shows. That's kind of where I've been recently. Just kind of like every time I get a book, it's like it's for that right now. So I haven't done any recreational reading in a while since Will. And even though this was for a show, I really enjoyed it. So it became enjoyment work book of sorts. Trying to save the planet, kids. Trying to decide what I have for lunch today because I'm doing this. I've been doing the intermittent fasting and not really eating in the morning. I actually this morning I had a banana. I had a banana this morning. But I just drink coffee, and then I was like, okay, what can I do after that? And I usually have lunch. So I decided what I want for lunch today. Yeah. My hair is crazy, so it's in a bun. It's just like ooh, it's everywhere. So it's in a bun in here, neatly tucked, tightly tucked. But yes. But I don't know, but yeah, books. I'm not. I have a couple. I have a couple looking at that I guess I could kind of finish, but I'm just like right now I'm reading stuff that I need for work. For work. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, positivity though, positivity. So that's what today's show's about. Trying to find positive stuff in a world where it is completely almost crazy. Trying to find positivity stuff. Especially when what I do for a living, which is opinion television. I have to watch how much I'm on social media, what I'm hearing, what I'm reading, it all affects you. It all comes in and it affects you. It comes in. It comes in. It comes in. It's crazy. So I think people need to know that it's gonna be okay on some level. Maybe it won't be okay on some level. I don't know. I mean, like the world is just it feels like the world's going to hell in a handbasket. And I don't I don't know. I mean, it seems that way. I try to think that there are cycles where it's bad, then it gets better, then it's bad, then it gets better. I try to, you know, I try. I try to see something in there. You can't also help people nowadays. It seems like people are very much on edge. People are lonely. People are hurt. People are broken. People are cracked. People are snapping, as we're seeing. I try to show compassion for everybody because you don't know what they're going through, especially the last couple of years. And you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I mean. I don't tell everything. I mean, I talk to you guys. I'll tell you everything. But I think we don't know what someone's going through, and I think but also it's not our job to take it all on either. It's like if people will throw stuff at you, out of whatever their hurt, their pain, whatever. It's like that's not my responsibility to take it on. I can be here for I can have empathy, sympathy, all those kind of things. But it's not my job to fix you or make you feel better or do anything. My job is to try to add on to it. But everybody receives information differently too. Everybody takes things in differently. People take offense to things. I lost a couple friendships. They take things a certain way. It's like I can't help that. I take things a certain way. I look at things a certain way. Like there's nothing I can do about that. But it's not my job to save you or anything. That's not my or do what you want me to do. My job is to try to be your friend, whatever that. And everybody's friendships are different, whatever that means. Try to be nice to you if I can. Kindness is not really that hard, but I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. You can't make me feel a certain way or make me do anything. That's kind of thing. So it's finding that balance of going, I see you're going through some stuff. I can imagine you're going through some stuff. So I understand, and I'm kind of like, and I feel for you, and I want you to get better or have a better chance or better time. But I'm not gonna let you throw it on me and make me feel bad about myself or bad about something that perceive I've done. Nah, that doesn't work. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that on at all. But I'm noticing a lot of people are really on edge. So the reaction to things, I think in some ways it's the best way to know how. Sometimes you just react the way, and that's what I was trying to get at a couple weeks ago on the show. It's like no one's perfect. No one's perfect. Everybody is trying to figure it out. And some people only know what they know. It's like they only know what they know. They can feel what they feel, and they're at where they're at. And that's like anything's a preposition. I get it, but they are where they are. I am where I am. Hopefully we're all a work in progress. We're all hopefully moving along. And we're just learning. We're learning more and moving right along. I hope that's what we're doing. But I know that some people. I had somebody contact me again. Somebody who I liked. We know each other, I guess, at this point, God, 7 or 8 years. And this person, for whatever reasons they have, will only get so close to me on some level. So, okay, that's fine. Got the message loud and clear years ago, whatever. But then every 6, 7 months or so will contact me, and I don't know, and would suggest something. And I'm like, that I already told you that's not what I want. I've already told you that. And so, but I'm always kind at first. Like they'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been for you a while. Okay, hi, how you doing?" I'm never mean, but I'm just like, but I'm very clear on my intentions or what I want or don't want, and I'm always clear. And I always state it. And they go, "Oh, okay, have a nice day," and I'll forget for another 6 or 7 months. So, but I recognize, because we're going through this weird time period, for some reason, I came popped into their mind at that moment. They decided I'm going to I didn't contact them. I don't contact people. I don't contact people. I don't bother people. I mind my own business. But you chose to contact me and try to come back into my life on some level. Maybe you're thinking which is possible. Maybe 6 months later, you think maybe James will change in 6 months. But my position usually is the same most of the time. I usually don't change that much in terms of my position when it comes to particular people. And it's just really funny. Now, other people that I only hear from once a year, that's fine. We were close friends once. And whatever, for a reason, their life is now somewhere else. But once a year, we may have a really great conversation. So I'm looking like, I'm going to take that. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to take it. It doesn't hurt. It feels good on some level. It feels good talking to them and hearing from one. And like, okay, I think it's 40 to stay in the moment, enjoy the experience, and just know that it may be another year before you hear from them again. It may not, maybe, who knows? Or maybe become a jumping off point for something, who knows? But that's when the positivity comes in. You just go, this person is reaching out to me, and I do care about them. I do like them. So let's just talk. Some people need sounding boards. Some people just need to have some interaction with somebody, and that's it. I've had to learn to not put my stuff on people and go, okay, well, this is what they wanted. They wanted somebody to talk to you that was familiar, that understands them or whatever, and you're okay. Okay. Or they have nobody in their lives like Star Wars. I like Star Wars. So they reach out to me, we talk Star Wars for an hour and a half, they're good to go. I have people in my life too who are a little older and who are retired or not working as much. And I would love to sit and chit chat and talk all day long, but I can't. I'm not retired. I still got to work. You guys did all your hard work, and you're able to retire and live the way you're living. I got to do the same thing. I got to keep working. I'm going to work the rest of my life, probably. But that's just kind of how that is. But you have to allow people to be who they are. I hate to say flaws and all. I'm going to say that. Just say, allow people who they are. But you can accept what you're going to take or don't take from them. Right. That's just kind of what it is. It's like, well, there's some folks I don't want to hear from. There's some folks I stopped responding to because it wasn't serving me in any way that was positive. And so there's some very much one-sided relationships. I'm just like, I'm not down for those. I'm just like, nah, I'm not interested. Just call me when you feel like it. Talk all about you, and then bye, see you later, and you feel better. Okay, great. That doesn't work for me. So there's some that I have lines that are drawn in the sand. And I don't make big declarations. I don't make a big deal about it or anything. It's just kind of like, this is how it is. I'm just very straightforward. Tell like it is. I don't have to yell and scream or call names or so you just don't have to. It's just one of those things where you're just like, this is how it is. This is how it is. And people have their feelings. You never know what people are thinking. And I'm a public guy, so I also recognize there are some people who have feelings for me that they think they know who I am. They a little bit about me because I'm transparent for the most part. But there's a lot of things about me you guys do not know that I don't share with anybody. I keep some things private, as I should, as you should too. Everybody should have things that are private. But I just saying, but if I'm in your tablet, your phone all the time, it's just like people who are on TV. You just feel like you get to know them, and who knows what goes on with that. And I get it. I totally get it. And it's funny being in this business. I'm actually meeting my stars that I was fans of. I'm getting to actually meet them and see who they are. So it's been very interesting for me meeting them and seeing, are they as nice as they are on TV? Not as nice. I'm learning. So it's almost like it's breaking down all of those things I may think about that person. It's getting broken down. So it's so funny. I'm like, okay, there's some folks that aren't as nice as I thought they would be in the business. And that's life. It's just everybody, again, people are human. Again, that was my point on the show I did a couple weeks ago too. Just like, we have to be careful who we put on pedestals. We have to be careful on what we say to people, what we think about people, and how we hold them to certain standards, because you just don't know. But I'm very transparent for the most part about who I am. I mean, what you see basically is kind of who I am off screen too. But there are a few things, I don't tell anybody all my business at all. Like, you just don't do that. You got to keep some stuff for yourself or for your circle. I'm as nice as I have my chat. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. But if you meet me in person, I'll just tell you, this is how I am in person. I don't put on anything. I had to figure this out too. I had to figure out what my online, on screen, on camera persona was going to be, because after TV helped me do that. So I did so many shows that I realized that actually, well, me being me is actually is the selling point. I'm older, around the block a few times. I'm not as young as the rest of the kids that are on TV with me. I'm not as skinny as the rest of the kids on TV. Like, I have an older point of view, but also have a very well-rounded point of view. I have some intelligence. I can be silly and funny. I can, like to cuss, all that kind of stuff. So I just realized, well, then just a version of me will be it. And it took a while for me to find it. Like, after TV, at one point I was doing 9 shows a week. So I was really getting a chance to hone my skills. And for all the shade I throw after TV, I do over the years. I have over the last couple of years. I have some saltiness towards them a little bit. I admit that. But as much as that, I also have as much praise for them too. That literally, I would have met half of you guys in here if it wasn't for AfterBuzz TV. They helped me build my career as on-camera host. Helped me hone my skills as an on-camera producer, director, writer, and host. I mean, they helped me do that. I mean, they really gave me a space to do that, and they gave me a lot of freedom. There were some things that were like, things that happened, but for the most part, they gave me a lot of freedom. And so I was able to really flesh out what I want to give to you guys. And I was able to create shows, which I did, obviously, on the network. And it was a good training ground for me. It was a good training ground for me to really figure out what I wanted to do, what I wanted to put out, what kind of stuff I wanted to put out, what I liked, what I didn't like. I learned what mistakes, you make mistakes, no mistakes. I had great producers like Marissa Serafini, who taught me things. I had great mentors like Cameron Lewis, who taught me things, all kind of stuff. She's all Gateway Mall. Is that from, I don't know what that's from. Gateway Mall? Did I say something earlier about a mall? I think I did, didn't I? What did I say? See, now I'm old. What did I say earlier? That you're asking if it's Gateway Mall. I'm trying to remember, what did I say earlier? Oh my goodness. I was talking about, it's hard, kids. I have so much in my brain. Dang, I can't remember what it was. I said, so maybe you'll remind me. Because that's everybody else, everything else, like, where did that come? Gateway Mall. I don't remember what it is. But again, trying to see positive angles and all this stuff, trying to stay friendly and compassionate without being walked over, without being a pushover, without being stepped on, taken advantage of. You want to stay true to yourself on some level, but also evolve and change. And just know there are people out there who have certain feelings about you. Whether you caused them or not, it doesn't matter. It's People create things in their own. It's their thing, and that's not really your fault or anything. You're just being yourself, and people think certain ways about it. You can't do anything about that. It's kind of like, you can try your best, and some folks just their mind is made up. Do you ever see a TV show and think you'd like to do a show on that series if you had the time? Maybe like an after show. There's a million of them. If I have more, if I can clone myself into 20 other people, there's a lot of shows I wish I could do after shows for. There's a show called Upload on Amazon Prime. I love that show so much. I just binge watched season 2. If I had time, I would have done an after show for it. I just can't add it. I just really can't add it. Any other this shows all the time. I wish I could. I wanted to do a Will and Grace after show, but then I hated the 3rd season of it, the reboot. I wanted to do. I wish I could do an Abbott Elementary one, or Grand Crew, or Home Economics. There's a lot of comedies I would love to do shows for. And I just don't have the time. There's some soap shows that I wish I could do. I know fans would love it. I'm already doing the Colbys, Knots Landing, Dallas Falcon Crest. But I know I had Girlfriends, and we're gonna start doing Sex and the City. But there are folks who I know are like, why don't you do Guiding Light, or As the World Turns, or All My Children, or One Life to Live? I would love to. I just don't have enough time. There just aren't enough hours in a day. Just literally there aren't. But I know those shows will probably get some notice. People would actually. I just slowly, surely, I'm trying to rotate things out, rotate things in. It is like, there's a lot of shows that if I had co-hosts who could kind of produce them, and I just kind of direct it, show up and say some words, I would do it. I probably could find it. It's a lot. Doing a network's a lot of work, and choosing what shows to do is a lot of work. I wrote 35 shows on this network. So a lot which I do on my own. Some I have co-hosts, some do it themselves. Like it's a lot of work. So I wish. There's things I wish. So I don't know. It is 10:50. Well, I've been here almost an hour already. That's crazy talk. It's like, no, I can't be an hour yet. I'm like, no, that's been an hour. So I have co-host. Let's see, it's not. I'm sure it's been an hour. I've been here for a while. But it's not. Well, I almost about 42 minutes ago. Dang. Yeah, Lucy's husband, Helping Humor, passed away. So yeah, it was kind of sad. And I can tell it's getting a little warmer in my room. It's gonna be so hot today. We had an earthquake this morning. I felt an earthquake. It was a 2.1. It's a small one, but it was centered like 10 blocks away from my house. So whenever you're closer to the epicenter, it's stronger. I'm stronger than yesterday. Let me see if I can read you a positivity quote. You can do a couple of those. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I can do. Positivity. When it comes to our fans, I'm working on getting some guests next week for the show. So I'll just keep that in mind. Okay. Well, I kind of like that. Here's one, you guys, by someone named Camilla Earring Kimball. You do not find the happy life, you make it. Like that. Let's see. We'll read some others. We'll use some quotes today. So you can have your day. Let's see. What else we got? Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's sad. Okay. You're the artist of your own life. don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. I always say something similar in my coaching practice. I always tell people, because I use Hollywood and writing as a reference, you're the editor of your life. You can edit it however you want. That's your business. You go, I don't like it this way, so I'm going to edit it this way. You're like, oh, okay, you're sure. I mean, literally, you have the rights to your life. So if there's things you don't like, I know it's not easy. I'm just saying it's easy breezy cover girl, but there is things you can do that will completely, you have to look at it that way and go, okay, I'm going to try to figure out a way to make this a certain way. I just think that a lot of times we accept what we just accept what's going on. It is what it is. I'm like, no, it could be different, or you feel like you can't change it. And I mean, it's tough. Trying to be happy is not easy. It's not. It's not. It isn't. So it's almost 11 o'clock. My soaps will be coming on, see my stories at their regular time. So like, oh, okay. That'll be interesting. Might end up watching. I mean, both people are watching every day and stuff. So don't wait things for happen to you. Make them happen. And I agree with that. And that's where we're going to end the show today. I'm going to begin to enjoy part of my day today. But I want to come on and just be positive. That's all. Just talk positive stuff. I wish everybody a good day today. I do. I wish everybody have a good day today. Whatever it is. If for you, it's just quiet, good. If everything goes smoothly at work, good. I'm talking something small and nice for you guys. It doesn't be a big gesture or anything, but something small and nice. I want you to have a night. If you get to have the lunch you wanted today or the dinner, I'm happy for you. I'm James Lott Jr. This is JLJ this morning.